Mr. Ellis, we talked earlier about the triangle of accountability between the parent, the swimmer, and the coach. Can you tell us a little bit about that and how that makes all the difference in a child going from being an average swimmer to an elite swimmer?
Triangle of accountability is something I developed in getting people to share the responsibility of developing youth. I also used it in my classroom and making sure that education was viable and getting the job done. I feel that the three components, the parent, the swimmer, and the coach, are all accountable to each other in the process of developing a young athlete. The coach has a responsibility for the parent and the swimmer, the parent to the coach and the swimmer to the coach and the parent. If all three of these things are working, you have a successful situation and you have a successful training environment, and you have a situation where there will be growth for everyone in the sport.
There's a lot of swim parents who notice a natural ability in their child, and they want to make sure that they're giving their child the best opportunity to move to the next level. What advice would you give a parent who's in that situation?
If you think your child has some natural ability and they want to pursue the sport of swimming, I think the onus is on the parent to find the best program that will work for them and their child. Different coaches have different philosophies, different programs apply to sport differently, and I feel that the parent's job is to find a program that fits their child's learning style, and also fits the family's situation and what they're looking for in a program to help develop their young athlete. Because if the fit's not right, then you need to look around and find the one that does fit. Oh, I think one of the biggest mistakes most families make is they settle in on convenience. They get the program that's the closest to them that might not be the best program. But they'll settle for that because it's less time, and as parents, we're obligated to make sure our child gets the best. We'll do that for education. We'll go an hour, 2 hours away to say, oh, this is the best school. But for a program such as swimming, they make that secondary. They think they're doing the best, but they settle for something less. And I think that's one of the biggest mistakes that I see in a lot of people in choosing a program, just because it's easily accessible and it's convenient.
You mentioned that every family has a different situation, but for children between the ages of 11 and 13 who are practicing 2 days a week, 3 days a week, one time a day, and they say that they want to be serious swimmers, what would you say to them about changes they might need to make in their routine?
Well, swimmers in that age, you said 11 to 14, 11
Yes.
to 13, that's a crucial age. That's developmental stage. And every child develops differently physiologically. So you may have an 11-year-old on the birth certificate, but they may be 13 with their development. You might have a 13-year-old that might only be 11 in their development. As a parent, you need to know that, but also the coach should be aware of that and not ask too much too soon of the athlete. If your child is 11 and our other 11-year-old is swimming twice a day, and you say, well, I want my child swimming twice a day, that might be the biggest mistake you can make, because your child might not be mentally or physically prepared to handle that. So again, putting in the right amount of work, putting in the right amount of time is critical in knowing your child and your coach knowing your child, because you can't try to have your child keep up with somebody else in their development, because kids mature at different stages in their careers and their development as well.
Last question, Mr. Ellis. You've been in the sport a very long time. You've seen it slowly diversify. What would you like the sport of swimming to look like 15 years from today?
Look like 15 years from today.
Yes.
That's hard to say. I just like to see us, when you talk about diversifying the sport, I like to see in the African American community, I like to see us be a little bit more business-minded in pursuing swimming. I like to see us have more facilities, access to more facilities, quality facilities that will allow us to get the job done. I've been very fortunate that I've had unlimited pool time in my 40 plus years in applying a competitive program and applying my trade. Everyone that hasn't had that situation. And that's not just in the African American community. A lot of communities struggle to have pool time. So I feel I've been very fortunate in that area. But I would like to see that. More pools are being built. More universities are building 50-meter pools. I like to see universities open their doors more to the community and not be such closed shops over there and just closed to their faculty and staff. I think they could open up more to community-based programs.
Thank you for your time, Mr. Ellis. Thank you for your support of our swimmers and for Black Kids Swim as well.
Thank you.